The Mario Rosenstock Podcast. Thanks to Hum. Finance made easy when you shop tech, electrical, appliances, kitchens and much more. Flexify Europe Limited, trading as Hum, is regulated by the Central Bank of Ireland.
Coming up on this episode of the Mario Rosenstock Podcast.
And then I was there during the whole Phillip Schofield thing, and I saw what that did to people. And people who had worked with him for years, and they felt betrayed, I guess, in certain ways. And there was a lot of heartache and then a lot of concern and worry. When Phil then left, I worked with Holly Willoughby a lot. And the stress on her is like, I've never seen anything like it in my life. She was trembling, and I just thought, they're all taking this too seriously. And I just said to them all, I said, whoa, you all need to chill out. This is just a TV show.
Hey everybody, thanks for all your great comments during the week about the first part of the Craig Doyle episode. I don't think it's what people were expecting, and I think Craig has happily surprised people with how forthcoming he is and what an interesting career he's had and the ups and downs. When he joined me in the GoLoud studio recently, we ended up chatting for well over an hour and a half and decided to split it up into 2 episodes because Craig has worked on a lot of high-profile TV shows with a lot of famous people, and he's got some great stories to share. He's worked in various different sides of the industry, sport, the entertainment side. He's really good when he fills in on ITV This Morning, which he did last week as well. I watched them talking to Boyzone. This is part 2 of our chat, and we've kept some of the best stories for this episode. Craig talks about how ITV's This Morning survived the Phillip Schofield saga, the time he played football with Diego Maradona, the great Diego Maradona, who we both agree is the greatest player of all time. And that's a bizarre story. Brilliant though. It wouldn't happen really nowadays. And many other top players that he played with as well in that kind of charity exhibition match in front of like 60,000 people. The Geoff Parling viral video in which Craig played an unfortunate starring role and became viral, and lots more.
And I walked towards Geoff, so I'll just intercept. I put a face on him and went, oh no, we've got a problem here. I can't let him get to Liam. It's his first day in rugby. So I just go, would you sign him, Geoff? And he goes, it's not fucking on, get off my pitch, and pushes me. We had 3 million views by that night, apparently, and I was mortified. Who was beside me? Lothar Matthäus.
Oh my God.
Marcel Desailly.
Yeah, right.
Gareth Thomas.
World team.
Midfield, David Ginola, Gianfranco Zola, Gordon Ramsay up front, and Maradona, Diego Maradona.
On your team?
Yeah.
Oh my.
So we're all sitting there, right? And I'm like, I don't want to be selected to start this game.
And then he goes into property development meetings. He goes, so, Mr. Ronan, we'd like to know what your thing is with this 65-storey building. And he's there, it's amazing how you can speak right. What's happening, Johnny? He has turned into Johnny Ronan Keating. Oh, it's just,
what's that part of the building? It's a roller coaster.
We got so many lovely messages about last week's episode with Craig, and I can say with some confidence that this part is even better, and it's coming right up. But first, some more messages from some fans of last week's episode.
Hi, you've reached the Mario Rosenstock podcast. Please leave a message.
Yeah, obviously, how's it going? It's Roy Keane here. Message for Craig Doyle. Obviously, I just watched the Geoff Parling video. I couldn't believe my eyes. How could you let him shove you like that and do nothing? You did nothing. You just turned your back on him and walked away. I would have picked him up and kicked him over the bar myself. And a few of his players too, for good measure. You said last week that you're not some sort of posh D4 lad. Huh? That you got a bit of lower class grit in your veins. Well, show it. Show up. Let's see it. Let's see the fight. I'm not so sure now watching that video. Man up, will you, for God's sake? Hello, this is Patrick Kielty, by the way, message for Craig Doyle. Craig, you've popped up a few times on Irish podcasts and media recently. Is that your way of pitching for the Late Late Show gig? Does a little birdie know something that I don't know? I haven't a bloody clue what's happening on my contract, so if you do end up getting it, here's a few tips. Loads of Nordies on the show, and every week has to be a special. Just a tip. Good luck.
Hiya, Craig. It's Brendan O'Connor here. Listen, very moved by last week's episode. Yeah, come here. I'm guilty of thinking you were a bit of a posh Black Rock kind of head there, You've done good. Do you want to come on the show this weekend and talk about your own personal trauma? I can kind of string it out of you way better than the Mario does. So talk about your harrowing working class childhood never having enough to eat, maybe a bit of starvation involved, roaming around the streets, shoeless, homeless. Maybe there was no water or anything, spending your life in and out of mental health hospitals, prison, that kind of thing. And obviously the impact on your mental health. Clearly you have a lot of trauma. Okay, come here. Thanks.
And exclusive new comedy every week on the Mario Rosenstock podcast. Please get in touch with me, mariorosenstock@gmail.com. Tell me of any new characters you'd like me to do, any new guests that you'd like me to interview, and constructive criticism, or just downright old-fashioned praise. And of course, my thanks to you. Get in touch, of course, mariorosenstock@gmail.com. Please follow us, like us, and subscribe. That's all you can do. Tell one other person about this podcast if you like it, because we don't charge. It's not premium, and we go out of our way to bring you these episodes every week. Thanks, of course, to our great sponsor, Hum Finance. And what about this great weather we've been having? I bet you were spending a lot more time out in the garden looking at that old rusty barbecue, and you should probably replace, or the garden shed that needs some bit of a makeover, or maybe you want to give your garden a bit of a fresh new brush up, make an amazing space to spend time on. Well, for all of those things you're going to need, whatever you plan to do, Hum has you covered. Hum is a finance company who provide flexible payment solutions for customers. For some of Ireland's most popular retailers, they can help you make your purchases and pay back in bite-sized, easy payments. It couldn't be easier, and we're delighted to have Hum on board as sponsors. And great to see Hum become involved in the whole podcasting industry as a whole, not just the Mario Rosenstock podcast. And if you want to be sure to get new episodes straight into your inbox, thanks to Hum, please press the follow button on Apple or Spotify or wherever the platform you're listening on. It's just a click of a button for you, but it's a big deal for us and really helps us grow this show and keep it on the road. Okay, so it's time to join Craig Doyle again for the second part of our conversation. At the end of the last episode, we started talking about his TV presenting career and what it is about him that made him so popular with UK audiences and still does. So we'll pick it up from there.
You also, people have identified that you've got a bit of a talent as well for that thing that's really, really hard to do on TV.
What are you going to say?
The thing that's really hard to do on TV, which is look as if you're doing nothing. Just sit there and have the crack. And so that's why when you got to do the ITV thing.
Yeah, this morning.
So this morning is watched by millions of people, right? And you've often been asked to sit in on the couch with people like Alison Hammond and stuff like that.
I'm on next week, actually.
Are you? Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're brilliant at it because I suppose from a Brit point of view, he's like the good-looking sort of bit of a cheeky, chappy Irish guy, but with a sense of humour. His sense of humour. We like the Irish.
Yeah.
And so you...
They're no threat. We like the Irish. They're no threat.
No, but we like the Irish, especially you, because you're you're humble, you're up for game for a laugh, you'll kind of chat away, you're not stupid, so you know there's a sense of wit there.
I just look stupid.
No, you don't. There's a sense of wit there. So that's not easy to do, and you pull it off. It's great.
I don't take it seriously, Mario. I don't.
Maybe that's why it works.
I just don't take it seriously. I see, this morning I used to do bits and bobs, and then I was there during the whole Phillip Schofield thing, and I saw what that did to people. And people who had worked with him for years, and they felt betrayed, I guess, in certain ways, and there was a lot of heartache, and then a lot of concern and worry, and people just falling apart in the programme, getting ripped apart in the press every single day about the pressure they were under. And then Holly, when Phil then left, I worked with Holly Willoughby a lot, and the stress on her is I've never seen anything like it in my life. She was trembling, and I just thought she's such a nice person and a sweet person, and we got on great, and I just thought, they're all taking this too seriously. And I just said to them all, I said, whoa, you all need to chill out. This is just a TV show. Mm-hmm. And I said, but there's people at home who maybe can't get out of their beds or stuck to their sofas all day who rely on you guys. Okay, you're their wallpaper during the day. You give them a bit of joy. So you're going to have to forget about what you're worrying about and just think about them, and let's have a good time. And I blasted the Bee Gees. I remember I got a speaker. I blasted the Bee Gees on it, and I had everyone dancing around the dressing room, and the office was right beside it, and I said, this is what we're doing when I'm here. And I've been like that ever since. I just go in and cause absolute havoc. Right. They had to get rid of a dog. They got a dog in, right? They got a resident dog in. Yeah. It's a beautiful dog. And this dog was going to be the This Morning dog. And they had a trainer who'd come on and go, and what we're doing with Barney is we're going to train him to sit. And even when things are happening and there's alarms outside, he's going to sit and be good. And Barney was being trained beautifully. But I got to know Barney and I'd go, can I talk to Barney for a little while? I'd take him out of his cage and I taught him how to be a dog, right? So I'd come on the show. He'd be with the others for like a week and then I'd come on and he'd be like, going wild. And we'd come on the show and I'd have him on the lead beside me, right? I remember doing this. I said, good morning, hello, welcome to your Mondays this morning. I'm with whoever it is, Emma Willis today, or whoever it is, and or whoever it was. I said, we're gonna have great. Barney's with us today, and I'd just bend down, and clip off the lead, and I go, let's go, Barney, and I would just take off around the studio. And at one stage, he ran a lap of the sofa, the famous blue sofa, and I'm on the other side, doing this thing, and he leaps over the sofa into a table. There's carnage. It's smashed. I'm loving it.
Very good.
Barney didn't work again.
Oh, boy.
No more This Morning dog.
So
he said he's gone too wild. You made him go too wild.
Mad.
The trainer apparently was going crazy.
So
I try and bring that to it.
And it's really good. I mean, it's really difficult to do because you have to, in a sense, not work. You have to tell yourself, I'm not working here. I'm just messing.
Yeah.
And that's really hard to do.
But you then, you'd be doing that, and next thing, I remember sitting there, you're doing a thing about Pavlova, or, why you shouldn't wash your toes, or whatever the hell it was. And next up, it's the Prime Minister, Rishi Sunak.
Yeah.
And next time we're having a row with Rishi Sunak about immigration.
Yeah.
And then go, after the break, should you apply sun cream to your bumhole? Yeah. Whatever the hell it is. I don't, it's just it was such a mad show.
England is different to Ireland. Don't you think? I mean, just the way you were doing the impression there of, I don't know, just a Barney or something. I mean, it's different, isn't it? I mean, you could argue, maybe you might argue it isn't, but to me, it is.
What do you see as the difference? And I'll.
Okay, well, all right. Well, one thing that's unescapable is it's much, much bigger. So in a way, you've got to be more a broad brush strokes. In a way, you've got to be.
Well, London is 10 million people.
Yeah,
right?
so you've got to be careful that not careful is one word, but whatever way you express yourself has got to be understood by a lot of people at the same time. Right? So, if somebody says something and you laugh and the laugh is genuine, that tells 1,000 words. Yeah. Everybody can see that on television. Going, oh, your man is digging it. He likes it, right? Whereas in Ireland, I think you can be far more. You can say things which are only a few people will understand, but because we're such a small audience, so in a sense, you have to, in a way, just broaden yourself so much, but be careful not to try and be dull.
Yeah,
I suppose. It's hard to explain. Actually,
I actually found working in England and in TV, I found it much easier than in Ireland. It didn't work for me in Ireland. I tried it for a year.
Well,
it didn't work.
I'll stop there for a minute because this is what I want to go. I mean, so if I'm in the business and I'm Mario TV executive and I'm an executive producer of a huge station, I'm going, okay, well, one of the people on my list here is Craig Doyle, clearly a talent, 25 years of experience at the top level in Britain, presented Grandstand, presented the Olympics, TNT rugby and all this sort of stuff, has his own production company. He's Irish, Lakelands, and he doesn't even have an English accent. In fact, he holds on to his Irish accent as far as I could see, as much as possible. So what do you think it is about Ireland? I mean, you did a lot of work in Ireland. You did a lot of work. You did Craig Doyle Live. You did a programme called Social. You did the panel.
Yeah.
But what is your relationship with Ireland?
Well, the panel would have been the only successful show out of those three. And I loved it because I wasn't trying to be a comedian, but I was able to join in. It's important. Like when I talk to you, like Mario, we meet sometimes in the morning and we cry laughing for half an hour and then we go on our way. I mean, the last time I met you, we were having a coffee and I was with my wife and you were with your daughter. Yeah. And we just got talking and then we invented this weird world. Yeah. I still laugh about it. Where Ronan Keating and Johnny Rowan become the same person.
Ronan,
Johnny, so it becomes Johnny Ronan Keating, right? Yeah. And then you did an impression of this new person we made.
I had this thing that Johnny Ronan, the property developer, has an overdose of gamma radiation in a scientific laboratory. And when he starts freaking out and the music goes diddle 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 diddle, Johnny Ronan, Irish property developer, has an overdose of gamma radiation. He uncontrollably turns in to international singing sensation Ronan Keating and becomes Johnny me, Ronan Keating. And then he goes into property development meetings. He goes, so, Mr. Ronan, we'd like to know what your thing is with this 65-story building. And he's there, it's amazing how you can speak right. What's happening, Johnny? He has turned into Johnny Ronan Keating. Oh, it's just
What's that part of the building? It's a roller coaster. But we laugh so much. Yeah. But
anyway, it was just...
you like Johnny Ronan Keating stuff. It's different. You're hilarious. I can tag on and add in my little bit here and there with the panel. I learned that. There's great comedians on there, and they're
Craig Doyle
really
live. So what?
I think I tried too hard.
You tried too hard.
I think I tried too hard, pushing too hard. Going, what am I here? Am I entertaining these people? Am I the entertainer? I'd never done any studio shows with an audience prior to those two shows, and you work a studio very, very different. Actually, put me in that space now, and it'd be a different kind of. I've learned, but it's taken me like that must be 14 years ago. Is it?
I was about 2010, 2011, 15 years ago.
15 years ago. So in the 15 years since, I've done a lot more studio with audience. I've learned how to do that, and it's very, as you know, working room is very nuanced, and it's very different. Where I was like, be funny, and it wasn't for me. It wasn't for me. So, and I think once you do that,
I mean, no, absolutely. Working a room with an audience is much different. I mean, if you want to know how difficult it is for somebody who's a seasoned pro, watch Ryan Tubridy's first Rose of Tralee, and you'll know how dangerous it is. So it goes, with a Rose of Tralee, would you welcome please Ryan Tubridy. What's your name? Marjorie. I'm funnier than you. Shut up. Give me a ring. I like dogs. What a wonderful life. Jimmy Stewart, have you heard my impression? Get off the stage. Miss Longford, what's your name? Oh my God. And you're just there, Jesus Christ, shut up, man.
Yeah.
Shut up, man. Whereas Dahi comes on and he goes, hey, oh yeah. And she goes, well, take it away. And then she goes, well, Dahi, I'm sure you are. And that's what you want.
Well, you learn to be a conduit for other people.
Yep.
And that's the big thing. So
Craig Doyle Live didn't really, you were pushing it.
I had good crack. I tell you what, we did.
Remember the show that won out? Do you remember the show that got the show after that?
Yeah, it was Brendan O'Connor.
It was a peculiar chat show.
Yeah.
That actually kind of, and this is why I'm saying Ireland.
Made by an in-house company rather than so there was, the rumour always was that I was too like Ryan.
Yes.
And they were always going to have to go. But the most important thing, and here's the subplot to that.
But the thing about the Brendan, before you say that, the thing about the Brendan O'Connor show is, this is why I mean about Ireland. If the Brendan O'Connor show had been put on in England, they would have immediately gone, I'm sorry, mate, that's not working. No, you're not going on next week.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah, gone.
Right? Your head is too big. It's too weird as well, mate. It's too fucking weird, right? I'll be honest with you.
Where's your positive energy?
No, man, it's just too fucking weird, right? Because it would come on and go,
hello, welcome to the show. Come here. Did you hear about Pussy Riot, did you? I have Pussy Riot on the couch here, and they speak Russian. And come here, what's your name? Valga Vetlova, yeah? And she's there. Right, I don't know what she's saying now, but it's really weird. Long pause. So, come here, Putin, yeah? Oh, she's walked off. I don't know what's happening here.
I mean, it was like a bad episode of Alan Partridge.
So weird.
But my point was,
it connected with
people, because Brendan is a very intelligent man, and you can't sort of take that away from him. He's an intelligent fella. He is kind of got a comic sensibility as well, but what he was going for was a slight edgy thing. And he later presented a program called Cutting Edge,
which was brilliant,
an RT, which was kind of good. So he tries to go for the edgy thing, and it was a bit
and great on radio. It was
a bit weird, the whole program, but it kind of connected, because I mean, after that he'd go,
now, ladies and gentlemen, Linda Martin singing "Stay On Up All Night to Get Lucky."
And you're there. No, I don't know if I'm ready for this.
Yeah, I mean, I think maybe Ireland is not Dublin, and when you're just because you're making your TV in Dublin, you still have to.
Was there a sense? Do you think? I mean, try and be honest with me if you can. Was there a sense that maybe some people thought, here's your man Craig now over from England, and 100%. He thinks he's
100%. And I had my way of doing things as well, and I like to do them that way, and I was trained as a journalist, and I did my early days all with the BBC, and you have a way of doing everything, and. It probably didn't suit the way other people wants to do it.
Okay.
But there was no friction.
I know that.
It just didn't. I mean, it just didn't work.
Yeah, but
it
just didn't work for millions of all of us over here as well.
Sometimes
things
it works,
don't
sometimes
work
it
out.
doesn't. And if I did it now, would it be better? Yeah. Be different. I'd be, because I'm different now. But the best thing about it was where I lived in Lakelands. My garden was right beside a guy called Mark O'Sullivan, Sully, still my buddy, great lad. And the garden, that was the house there. And then the garden next to us was my other mate, Chibber, Joe Chibby. Now, Joe Chibby was a brilliant musician, still is, unbelievable musician. And he was bunking off school when he was 16 to deputise in the Irish Symphony Orchestra on a Friday, right, to playing the double bass, right? He was a brilliant musician. And when we were younger, we were like, God, wouldn't it be cool if you had a TV show like those American TV shows and you had a band and we were the band? So when I got approached about doing the show, I said, I don't know, I want to expose myself to that. I quite like I can walk around Dublin and not have to chat about TV. You know what I mean? It's quite nice. But I said, if I can have my own band, I'll do it. So they went, okay, you can have your own band. So Joe Chibby and I, my mate since I was 2 years old, formed our own band. So we used to start the show with me playing the drums. Oh. And they sang a theme tune and I'd go, yeah. And I'd walk off and start the show. Cool. So no matter what happens, we did that. Yeah. No matter what happens, we did that. So I've no regrets. I learned how to do things. I learned that England is where I work, here's where I live, and I like it that way.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
You played football with Maradona.
I did.
He's my favourite player ever. He is the greatest, and there's nobody that can tell me otherwise. And I'm not even listening to it because there's no other.
Well, who's better?
Well, there are arguments.
Messi, no, but we talked earlier about the impact of a player on the world. And, there are murals all around the world of Maradona on things. So it was the first Soccer Aid. Yeah. And I get asked would I play for the rest of the world in this soccer. It's still the maddest thing that ever happened.
It is really,
in my life. Yeah. Now, bear in mind, I play sport. I'm not good at sport. And I look like, I want you to picture Phoebe in Friends when she's running. That's how I play sport. Okay. No matter what the sport, it's that. Okay. I could always I remember my mate saying to me, I'd be doing keepy-uppies and flicking the ball around and doing all this stuff with the ball. And they go, how can he do all these skillful things but still look so shit? Right. Do you know what I mean? Because it's the awkwardness and big arse. And anyway, I get asked to do this thing and I'm brought to a hotel in Chelsea. I'm not told anything. Who's going to be on? Nothing. And I meet Ben Johnson, the shamed Canadian sprinter. And we go and have dinner together. He orders.
Remember the name of the anabolic steroid?
It was. I do.
I'll give it to you.
Go on.
Stanizolol.
I remember the press conference. Yeah. Des Lynam was given a piece of paper. You remember?
Oh, yeah, I do.
I've just been handed a piece of paper, and if this is correct, it'll be one of the biggest steroids ever to happen in an Olympics. It is. So I have dinner with Ben Johnson, who just keeps going, give me more lamb.
Okay.
Give me more lamb, racks of lamb.
Racks, okay.
We go to the first training session and it's insane. Yeah. And with just all these incredible people. And it turns out Maradona is joining us in the final few days. 2 weeks in camp. And it was insane. And the team is selected live on ITV television on the Friday night before the match on Saturday, which was in Old Trafford, which was a sellout. To celebrate the new stand being opened, 74,500 people. Ruud Hullit's the manager. Yeah. And he goes, all right, could you want to do a Dutch? Give me a Dutch.
Oh, yes, you know, it's very good.
Right.
And Craig Doyle. Yes. Get him in there.
Starting 11. Oh, no, I'm going South African. I'm just going to do it in Irish.
She's quite like the Bosch. The Bosch, they're very good.
Of course, there you go. So,
Afrikaans.
I'm not that far off.
That's good.
In goals, Peter Schmeichel. Right back, Craig Doyle. I'm so glad he's fit. He's trained so hard this week and he deserves a starting place on the team. Yeah. Who was beside me?
Lothar Matthäus.
My
God.
Marcel Desailly.
Yeah, great.
Garrett Thomas.
World team.
Midfield, David Ginola. Wow. Trying to remember the whole team. Yeah. Gianfranco Zola.
So you're in a kind of a celebrity and a football team.
Yeah, it's a mix.
Footballers.
It's a mix, all for UNICEF.
And the other team is celebrities and footballers.
Correct. Wow. Gianfranco Zola. Wow. Gordon Ramsay up front. Wow. And Maradona, Diego Maradona.
On your team?
Yeah. Oh my. So we're all sitting there, right? And I'm like, I don't want to be selected to start this game. My plan was to just do 20 minutes at the end when everyone's knackered. Yeah. I've got to start. Yeah. Like, I'm looking at some of the players around me, but I'm like, No, this is I am on the third team and often on the subs bench in the third team. I've been like that since I was 6 years old, and it will remain so because that's where I'm comfortable.
BlackRock if they said someday I'll play with Maradona.
Maradona, yeah. So we go to
Sorry, brother or father, the Spiritans in BlackRock. Father, we think we need to send Craig to St. Pat's. Why? Well, now he said it again. What did he say? Do you remember he said he wants to present Grandstand? Yeah. Now he said he wants to play with. He's going to play with Diego Maradona. He's truly out of his fucking mind.
He's God. We stay in this hotel called the Larry in Manchester. Private planes from London.
Hotel in Manchester.
Amazing. Private planes in London. No, we get the bus to Old Trafford, and there are England fans outside Old Trafford. They're screaming and shouting at the bus. I'm like, oh, this is real. Yeah. We get out. We're in the away dressing room at Old Trafford, right? I'm terrified.
Yeah.
I'm terrified. And Lothar Matthäus is like, Craig, it's going to be good. I'm playing alongside him. It's fine. We've trained together. It's going to be all right. You know what to do. Blah, 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 blah. And next thing, there's a physio table in the middle of it. And Alistair Campbell, who was also
Labour,
takes out the bagpipes.
Yeah.
Pre-match, starts playing them.
Brilliant.
Gianfranco Zola and Maradona jump on top of the physio table and start dancing. I'm like, okay, I know what's happened here. Yeah. I've been hit by a bus. I'm lying under the wheel of a bus. This is I'm in a coma here. I'm in a crash coma. Yeah. This can't be real.
Bonkers.
We go out, we line up. Gabby Logan's at the top of it. Right. The referee was...
Oh, no, the referee.
The referee... Oh, you will.
Well, you tell me.
Most famous referee of all time.
Like, Colina.
Colina's...
Baldy guy.
Yeah, he's got the ball at the top of the tunnel. And we're lined up and we're the whole...
Yeah.
And they play Arcade Fire.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun. You know the note?
Yeah.
And 75,000 people.
Yeah.
And I walk out on the pitch.
Yeah. Oh boy.
To this.
Yeah.
And it's like Gordon Ramsay's leading our team. Yeah. Robbie Williams, who was, by the way,
a good player.
Good player and the sweetest man ever.
Really?
Because he knew I was shitting myself. Wow. He knew I had imposter syndrome.
Nice guy, was he?
Every day, arm around me. You're right. I had met him, it's going to sound show busy, I'd met him in LA the year before.
Right.
And we had a coffee together. He was off the pop and he was just a great fella. And he was really kind, as was Ramsey. These are good people, good people. The more famous they are, the nicer. I don't know if you find this. Anyway, we go out in the pitch and you all break up into little groups to warm up. I'm in a group with Ginola and Maradona, right? And they get the ball and they're like, da 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 da.
You were beside Maradona,
in a triangle, juggling the ball. Ginola gets, he's like, go.
Yeah.
Doing his hair he flicks over to me and I'm just like, leg is stuck. I'm so scared the ball skies off somewhere. I'm like, this is going to be an utter shit show.
Yeah. But you must have been in awe of the presence of Maradona.
I was terrified. Terrified. Maradona's hugging me. Small, tiny, tiny man.
Tiny.
Hair.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
So the match starts and within 4 minutes I am blowing out my arse.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, because the adrenaline.
Yeah.
Breaks up a little bit. I see space up the right side. I get a few touches. I'm feeling a bit more comfortable. So I see space. Someone's taking a shot. Schmeichel has the ball. We press up a little bit. I go, Schmeichs. Schmeichs, hit me.
Go on.
I'm a Man U fan. Schmeichs. Schmeichel rolls the ball out to me.
Yeah.
I make a little break. I'm looking. Tony Adams is coming towards me. I'm like, he's looking slow. I see Maradona's free in the middle. So I lay off a ball to Maradona. I go, 2. Right? So I play 0-1-2. Go. I make a break up the right. Maradona passes to me.
Oh, nice.
And in commentary, Clive Tills.
You got this on TV?
Oh, yeah. This was my phone ring for quite a long time. It goes, Schmeichel to Doyle, Doyle to Maradona, Maradona back to Doyle.
Oh!
In the background.
Send that to me.
In the background, Ali McCoist is laughing.
I can't believe I heard that.
So I throw across the ball in. No goal. Fine. I'm responsible for... There's a break then. Gascoigne makes a break. Paul Gascoigne. And I'm trying to chase him down. I'm like, where the fuck is he? Where is he? Like, you can't believe how good these guys are until you see it. I'm like, where is he? I end up just slide tackling. That's fine. They get a free kick or something like that. And it ends up over the right side. I got Les Ferdinand. I'm marking Les Ferdinand in the box. Like, this is crazy. Am I still under the bus wheel at this stage, right? So I Les Ferdinand here, and I'm just trying to hang on to his jersey, but he's outside me, right? And I'm like, I'm covered here. I'm good. Yeah. So basically, the rule in football, you don't know, football defender in between the attacker and the goal, so you can get a little header away. And I've had a few good headers that day. I'm feeling okay. Ball comes in. I'm like, where's Les? He's made his way around the back of me. He's there, nods the ball in the net. I'm like, I'm so out of my league here, and I'm knackered. I get pulled. Get the ball back. Smikes, hit me. It's on again. I got the space. This time I'm making this work. And actually, there's a break for me to cut in. I might even have a shot. Smikes, hit me. I make a break. That Maradona's free. Diego, yeah. Boom. Lay a pass off to him. He tries to make a break, gets a tackled. And I shout without even thinking, for fuck's sake, Diego! I have no right to ever say those words.
Of course not.
No right to say those words. Shortly afterwards, I was half-time. Actually, I was
removed.
I was removed.
Yeah. And
but it was amazing.
Quickly, you noticed? Did it strike you how amazing these players? Like most of them had retired and everything, but they're still amazingly good.
Like Gascoigne.
Yeah.
Otherworldly.
Yeah.
Gianfranco Zola.
Yeah.
And Zola said to me, hey, Craig, when you come to Sardinia or Sicily, you come and play five-a-side with me and my friends. I went, no.
No.
Why not? No, I can't. Are they as good as you? Yeah. No. Lovely people. It was amazing. And we had a party that night. My wife was there, my brother and sister, and a friend of mine, Mark Baker, came over, and we had a great party. And Maradona had a bottle of champagne and a big cigar, and he was sweating, and we were hugging, and it was the greatest crack.
Like, I've never
ever
been more envious in my life as I am right now. Seriously, I am absolutely grossed out with envy.
Mario, I have the shirt hanging in the hallway of the bedrooms outside our bedroom, and I go by and I look at it regularly. I go, that was cool. We're very lucky, aren't we? Look, Matt, like
especially if you love sport.
Yeah.
Especially if you love sport. It wouldn't mean anything to you if you didn't. But if you have hundreds of hours invested, genuine hundreds of emotional hours, and when you're on the edge of your seat and you're watching pure greatness in action like Diego, and then for some bizarre coma reason you get to meet him, I mean,
it's mad.
It's just
It's mad. But there were also like the English guys, Tony Adams, Jamie Redknapp, all these guys they were so kind, and I hung out with them a lot, and because I was such an imposter, I went back to being a kid again. But
that's brilliant.
Look, it was great.
Brilliant. I'm going to finish up now. Just one final.
Have we talked about anything?
Yeah, we've talked too much. One final thing was Brian O'Driscoll was very nice about you on Off the Ball recently.
Oh,
do you remember?
Was this in relation to what?
In relation to your the TNT thing.
Oh, with Geoff Parling.
Yeah.
I was with Geoff Parling actually. So, to recap, doing a game. I love Trico. I was doing a game about 3 or 4 weeks ago in Villa Park. Rugby decided to have all their matches in football stadiums that day. We were going from Villa Park to Tottenham to Wembley, I think. And I was first up, did a big walk through the stadium. Live, here's the home dressing room, blah, 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 blah. And there was a new reporter called Liam McDevitt, nice kid. I did the FA Cup with him on Saturday, actually. Normally a football guy, played decent standard, played for Port Vale and stuff, so decent footballer. And he said, I've never done a rugby match before. Would it be okay, because it's in a football stadium, if I take a conversion just at the top, just to, we're like, producer's like, yeah. I'm like, you sure you want to do this? He's like, yeah, it'd be grand, Craig. Just get to him, he'll kick it. So before I do the thing, he's about 40 metres back, and I'm like, mate, push up, get close. There's a bit of a wind coming in. That ball's not going to fly. That ball has to end up in that stand if you're going to kick it. Anyway, I come out, do the live thing, and I can't find you, man. We're all live. I got to find him. He's in the pitch a little bit. And I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ. They're doing their warm-up. He kicks the ball. Geoff Parling is the director of rugby at Leicester Tigers, who are traditionally they're like, if there was they'd be like the Millwall almost of rugby, they round the wagons. They don't want to be liked. They're very physical.
Against them, yeah.
This guy's a brilliant director of rugby, and a guy I know and get on very well with. I see him walking over towards Liam. Now, Liam has a PDA mic on, which is a mic that goes over your ear. So you can't put it down to the side if someone calls you something. And I see him walking towards Liam. I'm like, oh, Christ. I don't know if this is a good or bad situation. I just know I have to intervene. I can't just leave it. We're live. So I go, hard luck there, yeah. And I walk towards Geoff, so I'll just intercept. But the face on him went, oh no, we've got a problem here. I can't let him get to Liam. It's his first day in rugby. So I just go, would you sign him, Geoff? And he looks at me and I went, would you sign him, Geoff? Why does his name have to be Geoff? If his name was like Terence or something, it wouldn't be so memeable.
Yeah.
would you sign him, Geoff? Yeah. And he goes, it's not fucking on, get off my pitch, and pushes me.
And what's so brilliant about this moment is that you get pushed and you immediately take it like an absolute pro. Turn your head away, walk away and go, okay, no problem. And you just keep on going, talking as if nothing has happened. And it's that was one of the most, that went viral around the world.
We had 3 million views by that night, apparently, and I was mortified.
Around the world. Now, my son, of course, 18, he's the same age as Milo, your son. Yeah. And he sort of said, Dad, the Craig thing. Craig, I didn't know Craig was so famous. And I went, and I went, why? And he went, it's on about 20 million views. I said, what is? And he says, would you sign him, Geoff? And it's just the most brilliant piece. And do you know what? So you came out of it and I was loving it, right?
Oh my God.
Nobody got hurt.
No.
And I was loving it. And I was kind of feeling a little sorry for you, hoping that you'd come out of it okay. And you did. You didn't. There wasn't one moment where... There was a little bit online where people were people were going, Doyle is such an asshole. He shouldn't have been there. Yeah. And then half of the people were going, Geoff Parling is the asshole.
Yeah.
So half the people were going, Parling is the asshole for bullying you, pushing you, and you're the asshole for being an idiot reporter to be on the pitch. But actually, then by the next day, and
nobody called Liam an asshole.
No,
he kicked it.
And by the next day, everybody was going. A few days later, going, it was just a memeable, brilliant, memeable thing. Yeah. And I was delighted for you. But having said that, I was going to text you, and I decided I didn't want to text you. I thought you were really you might be really upset.
I was embarrassed.
Yeah, and I wanted to leave you alone. So I said,
you're very kind.
He's probably getting 100 million texts. I don't want to be just the fucking barnacle going, nice one on the meme.
Well, at least you would have made an effort and done an impression of.
I know, but I was wondering. I was actually I was hoping against hope that you weren't upset about it.
I was.
You were a bit embarrassed, were you?
I was. I got upset.
You're a pro, so
Geoff rang me that night. I went out. I was doing a game in Manchester the next day, and I've told this story before, so if it's boring, let me know. But I was out with Drico that night and Austin Healy, who's really funny.
Drico was loving it.
And we had a few pints, and Geoff rings me at about 10 o'clock. I'm in a pub in Alderley Edge called the Bubble Room.
Did you need a few pints?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
I was shook because I was like, so when you do... And maybe this goes back to how with the Olympics and getting that hassle.
Yeah.
And maybe with the Craig Doyle show. And
just that, trauma.
Yeah, and the lovely thing about sport is you get to do the live stuff. You get to meet all the people. You're live on telly. You get to show off and all that. But it's not about you, right? It's about the people on the pitch or the people on the golf course or whatever. You're just tennis court, whatever sport you're doing. And so you're a step away from it. And so it's about them, which I really love. So you have the fun without any of the pressure of being your name on the door. Your name's not on the door. And that just put my name on the door for a little while. I didn't really want. And, the great people like Steve Ryder, would you say, and John Inverdale's like, don't be part of the story. I never want to be part of the sports story. I'm there to tell the story. So I was embarrassed from that front. I don't want my kids saying Craig's an asshole because he's like, I'm like, well, absolutely. Actually, I felt sorry for Geoff because I understand. He's protecting his warm-up area. I get that. I think that's a sacred place. I think the dressing room is sacred. I wouldn't allow cameras in. Yeah. Anyway, the point is, he was fine about it that night. But the boys had said, whatever happens, when Doyle comes in off the phone to Geoff Parling, do not talk about it. Because they know I want a debrief, right? Yeah. So I come in, I'm like, right, that was Geoff. And they went, do you want another pint? I'm like, yeah, I'll have another pint. So that was Geoff. And they're like, who do you think's going to win tomorrow between Sale and Bath? I'm like, that was Geoff, lads. And they went, those shoes are nice. I said, what are they? I'm like, they did everything. Yeah. And they thought it was hilarious.
Well, about a week later, about 5 days later, cause we're listening to Off the Ball and you see it all the clips on thing. And so I was there because Brian O'Driscoll is a lot of people tune in for his rugby stuff, and because he's extremely thorough. He's brilliant. He's very good. He's a real pro, and he gives a real breakdown of stuff and things. But they started talking about you anyway. He's like, look, the thing you've got to remember about Craig is that Craig, because he was laughing at it as well. Craig is just a top professional. Like he's, Doyle is just not going to let it go. Like he's like a dog with a bone, he's going to keep going, and that's why when he goes, would you sign him, Geoff? And your man just kind of fucks him out of it. Doyle just keeps going. Like nothing gets in Doyle's way. And so I have to. That's very admirable. you know. But like, for fuck's sake, like, so he's kind of slagging you, but he's being really good to you. He backed you up to the hilt.
He's great.
You got to see it. Did you see it?
I know. I will look.
You've got to back up.
I just didn't watch anything.
It's a nice thing where a friend is making sure they do a testimonial on your behalf.
But that's Brian for you. Brian's really genuine, lovely fella, and that's how he's a good pal. So that's really. I actually haven't watched anything because I just said, let's pretend that never happened.
It's a brilliant moment.
Well, I was with Geoff.
And you know, you've got away with it because it'll go down as in you go on the credit side. Well, people will go, thanks for giving us that.
Yeah, well, I guess. I mean,
Geoff as well. People will be saying, Geoff, thanks a million for that.
I was with Geoff. I met Geoff for the first time on Sunday.
Yeah.
And I hadn't seen him, and he was in the middle of the pitch. And bear in mind, by the way, when I go to Sale Sharks the next day to do a match, okay, it's just happened. All the players, and I'm talking about George Ford, the Curry brothers, Alex Sanderson, the coach, all of them, as they're coming out of the dressing room, walk past me and go, push me and go, fuck off, fuck off, fuck off, fuck off. It's like 25 guys pushing me, tell me to fuck off. I went, okay. And then
on my gravestone,
the coach said, Dorian West, we had a good chat actually last night about if you were to fight Geoff, who'd win him. I backed you because I think you'd be a nasty little fucker. So you're right. I take him. But
gravestone. Would you sign him, Geoff?
Would you sign him, Geoff? I met Geoff on Sunday. Anyway, he was on the pitch, and I walked over to him and I gave him an old hug. And he said, growing the game. Yeah, I went, growing the game, Geoff. I said, how much hassle? He goes, I didn't like it. This is Geoff's perspective. Now I rang Geoff during the week to see if he was all right, actually, because I knew he was getting shit. And I said, how was it? He said, I just didn't like it when my son was getting grief in school. You know?
Oh, cool.
And that's unfair on Geoff. Geoff Parling is in charge of the informed team in the Gallagher Prem at the moment, Leicester Tigers. He's probably going to be coach of the season. And maybe that kind of mentality is why. So it happened. Thank you, Draco.
Yeah, brilliant. And thank you, Craig, because we've talked for an hour and a half now.
Have we? Oh my God.
Yeah, and there's lots more we could have talked about, but we don't need to. Maybe we'll do it again sometime. What was I going to say? Listen, so I've got to know you in the last 2 years or so, and you're a cracking bloke, and you make me laugh, and and not many people make me laugh because I try to think of funny things the whole time. So fair play to you, and I hope that it would be brilliant just to see the more Irish people get to know you, because I know you're like living here, not working here. You live over in London, so you work over in London, but it's nice to see people see more of the real Craig Doyle.
I hide a bit here, don't I?
You do hide a bit here, but it's great to see the real Craig Doyle.
You're the only person who's ever done an impression of me in this country.
Right.
You only did it once. You only did it once. Do you remember it?
It was on Gift Grub, wasn't it?
On Gift Grub, yeah. Going into a shop. Do you remember it?
Yeah, I do. You told me.
Yeah.
What did I start saying?
You said, hi, I just have a pack of chewing gum. Don't look me in the eyes.
Okay.
That's stomach collapses.
Cool. Well, listen, great to talk to you. And
you.
Yeah, brilliant. Really enjoyed it. So many good stories there. So thanks.
No worries. Thank you, Mario.
Right.
Thank you so much. Cheers.
Yeah, great stuff. Thanks, buddy.
And my thanks to Craig for coming in and having that great hour and a half with him. And also thanks to you for the lovely response. Keep it coming. I'll send out some clips in the socials for those of you who haven't seen it, and maybe you can come back, tell other people to get involved in this podcast. My thanks, of course, to Home Finance for being such a great sponsor, and thank you to Home for coming on board. Okay, see you same time, same place next week. Thanks, guys.
The Mario Rosenstock Podcast. Thanks to Home. Finance made easy when you shop tech, electrical, appliances, kitchens and much more. Flexify Europe Limited, trading as Home, is regulated by the Central Bank of Ireland.